Hello students, now let's see the income elasticity of demand. Previously we have seen the price elasticity of demand. Now let's see the income elasticity of demand. As price is the cause of change in demand, in the concept of price elasticity of demand, income is the cause of change in demand in the concept of income elasticity of demand. It means when we were studying price elasticity of demand, that time price was the main cause due to which there was a change in demand. That's why it was known as price elasticity of demand. But in the income elasticity of demand, income is the main cause for change in demand. That's why this concept is known as income elasticity of demand. It means income elasticity of demand is useful to measure changes in the demand for a commodity with respect to changes in the income of a consumer. Means प्राइस इलास्टिसिटी में क्या होता था, हम प्राइस को कॉस्ट करते थे. क्यों? क्योंकि प्राइस की वजह से डिमांड में पूरा चेंजेस आता था. बट इनकम इलास्टिसिटी ऑफ डिमांड, यहाँ पे क्या होता है, इनकम के ऊपर डिपेंड होता है कि इनकम की वजह से हमारे डिमांड में क्या चेंजेस आ रहे हैं, क्यों चेंजेस आ रहे हैं. दैट्स वाई इट इज़ नेम्ड एज इनकम इलास्टिसिटी ऑफ डिमांड. It is the extent of change in demand for a good because of a change in income of the consumer. It is expressed with EY. Income elasticity of demand is expressed with EY. The formula is proportionate change of demand upon proportionate change of income. Price elasticity of demand was denoted with the formula proportionate change in demand upon proportionate change in price. But here income elasticity of demand is there, so the formula will be proportionate change of demand upon proportionate change of income. Here also we can see the degrees. There are three types of degrees of income elasticity of demand. First one is positive income elastic demand, next is negative income elastic demand, third one is zero income elastic demand. For the positive, again it is divided into three: unit income elastic demand, elasticity of demand greater than unity, elasticity of demand less than unity. Now let's see what is positive income elastic demand. When demand increases due to a rise in income of the consumer or demand decreases due to the fall of income of the consumer, then such a change in demand is known as positive income elasticity of demand. Now positive means what? Together, if one will rise, other will also rise. If one will fall, other will also fall. Here we can see when demand increases, ठीक है, जब उसका इनकम इंक्रीज होगा, इनकम के साथ में क्या होगा, उसका डिमांड भी किसी भी चीज़ का इंक्रीज हो जाएगा. इफ़ इनकम फॉल होगा तो उसकी वजह से क्या हो जाएगा, डिमांड भी फॉल हो जाएगा. तो दोनों या तो इंक्रीज हो रहे हैं, दोनों या तो फिर साथ में डिक्रीज हो रहे. दैट्स वाई इट इज़ नोन एज पॉजिटिव इनकम इलास्टिक डिमांड. Positive income elastic demand. Now this is again divided into three. Unit income elastic demand. When change of demand and change of income of a consumer are proportionately equal, then it is known as unitary income elastic demand. It means if 5% there is a change in income, the demand will be there also having 5% of change. So it is known as unit income elastic demand. Elasticity of demand greater than unity. When change in demand is proportionately greater than the change in income, means there will be only small change in income. Income will be having only small change, but demand will be having greater change. So this type is known as elasticity of demand greater than unity, which will be greater than 1. Elasticity of demand less than unity. In this, when change in demand is proportionately lesser than change in income of the consumer, then this type of income elasticity of demand is known as lesser than unity. Means income and demand. When change in demand is proportionately lesser, means there will be only small change in demand, but the income will be having high change. Income will be having high change, but the demand will be having a very slow change. Very low change. In elasticity of demand greater than unity, that means income will be having small change, but the demand will be having greater change. So this is known as elasticity of demand less than unity. This is known as elasticity of demand greater than unity. Negative income elastic demand. As we have seen, positive means if one will rise, other will also rise. If one will fall, other will also fall. With the name itself, we can say if one will rise, another will fall. If one will fall, another will rise. With the rise in income of a consumer, if demand decreases, or with the fall of income of a consumer, if demand increases, then such elasticity of demand is known as negative income elasticity of demand. Normally, some types of inferior goods have negative income elasticity of demand. This concept was given by Robert Giffen, and thus such goods are known as Giffen goods. For example, bajra, pottery, horse cloth, palmolive oil, vegetable, ghee, etc. Negative income elastic demand is always seen in the inferior goods. Why? Because whenever our income will increase, हम कभी भी नहीं सोचेंगे कि हम inferior goods खरीदें, हम ख़राब चीज़ें खरीदें. हम हमेशा सोचेंगे कि हमारा इनकम अच्छा हुआ तो हम अच्छा खाना खाएं, अच्छा कपड़े पहने. इसलिए नेगेटिव इनकम इलास्टिक डिमांड हमेशा कहाँ पे देखने मिलता है? ड्यू टू गिवन गुड्स. Zero income elastic demand. With the change in income of consumer, if demand of the goods remain unchanged. With the change in income of consumer, if demand of the goods remains unchanged, then such demand is known as to have zero income elasticity of demand. Usually, this type of income elasticity can be found for low priced goods like salt, postcard, pins, matchsticks, stapler pin, etc. Now, zero income elastic demand means whatever will be the price of the product, but its demand will never get changed. मीन्स कुछ चीज़ें ऐसी होती है जो कि हमें ख़रीदना बहुत ही ज़रूरी होता है, जैसे कि दाल हुआ, चावल हुआ, सॉल्ट हुआ, नमक, सॉल्ट मीन्स नमक, शुगर हुआ, मैस्टिक हुआ, पिंस हुआ. ये कितना भी इनकम हो जाए, तो अगर इनकम कितना भी हो, कम हो ज़्यादा हो, बट इसका डिमांड कभी भी चेंज नहीं होता. सो दिस इज़ नोन एज ज़ीरो इनकम इलास्टिक डिमांड. नेक्स्ट इज क्रॉस प्राइस इलास्टिसिटी ऑफ डिमांड. Any good in economic analysis can be studied or compared in context of its substitute goods or complementary goods. Now, what are the substitute goods? Substitute goods means those goods which can be easily used in place of a given good for satisfying a want, as they are very close alternative of a given goods. Now, substitute goods क्या होता है? जैसे कि हम दुकान पर कुछ खरीदने गए तो हमें वो चीज़ नहीं मिली, तो हम उसके बदले में दूसरा प्रीफर कर सकते हैं. दैट इज़ नोन एज सब्सिट्यूट गुड्स. एग्जाम्पल, अगर हमारा बर्थडे होता है, हम जाते हैं दुकान में मंच लेने के लिए, मंच नहीं मिला तो कोई बात नहीं, अंकल पर्क दे दी. दिस इज़ नोन एज सब्सिट्यूट गुड्स. और हम सेटिस्फाइड भी होते हैं. सब्सिट्यूट गुड्स मीन्स हम उसके जगह पे दूसरा कुछ लेंगे एंड हम सेटिस्फाइड भी होंगे. दैट इज़ नोन एज सब्सिट्यूट गुड्स. कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री गुड्स. कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री गुड्स आर गुड्स विच आर कंज्यूम्ड टुगेदर जॉइंटली. One good cannot be consumed without the other. In other words, there must be consumed together to satisfy a given want. For complementary goods, I can take the example of tea. कभी भी हम चाय बनाते हैं तो चाय पे कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री क्या होता है? चाय पत्ती एंड शक्कर. ठीक है, चाय पत्ती और शक्कर. अगर चाय पत्ती नहीं हुआ तो हम चाय नहीं बना सकते, शक्कर भी नहीं हुआ तो हम चाय नहीं बना सकते. बट अगर चाय पत्ती है, शक्कर है, पानी, तो भी हम लाल चाय बना के पी सकते हैं. दूध होगा तो मिल्क टी बना के पी सकते हैं. बट अगर चाय पत्ती या शक्कर दोनों में से कोई एक चीज़ नहीं रहा तो हम कभी भी चाय बना नहीं सकते. तो दिस टू थिंग्स आर नोन एज कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री गुड्स. टी एंड शुगर आर नोन एज कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री गुड्स while making the tea. Next, cross elasticity of demand. For it, the formula is percentage change in demand for good X upon percentage change in price for good Y. When the demand for the concerned commodity changes in response to the changes in price of its related goods, its substitute or complementary goods, then the extent of such goods in demand is called cross elasticity of demand. Methods of measuring elasticity of demand. The law of demand expresses an inverse relationship between price and demand of a good, but does not clearly specify the extent of change in demand, supposing if there is a 10% change in price. This kind of specification is provided by the concept of elasticity of demand. Now for measuring the elasticity of demand, we are having three methods. The commonly used methods are method of proportionate change, total outlay method, geometric method. Total outlay method is also known as total expenditure method. For measuring the elasticity of demand, we are having three methods commonly used. Method of proportionate change, total outlay method, which is also known as total expenditure method, and the third one is geometric method. Thank you.